Have you ever wondered about the function and significance of chromosomes? Well, you're about to find out. Chromosomes are the unsung heroes of genetics, silently working in the background of every living organism. They are strands of DNA wound around proteins, and they hold the key to our genetic makeup. Chromosomes are like the librarians of our bodies, organizing and storing all the information that our cells need to function. And here's the interesting part. The number of chromosomes is constant for a particular species. For example, humans have 46 chromosomes, 23 from each parent. This consistency in the number of chromosomes plays a significant role in determining the phylogeny and taxonomy of species. It's like a genetic fingerprint that helps scientists classify and understand different organisms. So, the next time you look in the mirror, remember that you're looking at the work of 46 chromosomes. Now that we have a basic understanding of what chromosomes are, let's delve deeper into their functions. Did you know that chromosomes are our genetic storage units? It's akin to a vast library where instead of books, you find strands of DNA, our genetic blueprint. These DNA strands are more than a mere collection of molecules. They are meticulously organized and structured in a way that allows life as we know it to thrive. Now let's delve deeper into the structure of this library. Each DNA molecule is composed of a chain of units known as genes. These genes are like the chapters in the books of our genetic library. But what's written in these chapters, you may ask? Well, each gene contains specific codes, instructions if you will, for the creation of proteins. These proteins are the workhorses of our cells, responsible for nearly every task required for the cell's proper functioning. They build our bodies, they fight off infections, they transport molecules, and they even send signals to other cells. So if we were to draw a parallel, the genes are like the recipes in a cookbook, each one detailing how a specific protein is to be made. And the chromosomes, these are the shelves in our genetic library, holding all the cookbooks and making sure the right recipes are at hand when needed. In essence, chromosomes are not just storage units, they are the librarians of our body's genetic library, ensuring that the right genetic information is accessible for our growth and development. So, in essence, chromosomes are our body's genetic library. Ever wondered how our gender is determined? Well, it's all in our chromosomes. You see, humans possess 23 pairs of chromosomes, and among these, one pair is known as the sex chromosomes. Females carry 2 X chromosomes, while males have 1 X and 1 Y chromosome. Now here's the interesting part. The sex of a child isn't determined by the female's chromosomes, but rather by the male's. When the male's sperm combines with the female's egg during fertilization, it's the male's sperm that contributes either an X or a Y chromosome. If the sperm carries an X chromosome, the result is a female child denoted as XX. But if the sperm carries a Y chromosome, a male child, denoted as XY, develops. So you see, the sex of the child is essentially a genetic coin flip, determined by the chromosome passed down by the male. So, chromosomes play a crucial role in the determination of our gender. Chromosomes are not just about storing genetic codes or determining our gender, they also oversee the cell division process. You see, each cell in our body carries a set of instructions, a blueprint if you will, that dictates how it should function and grow. This blueprint is stored in the chromosomes, which are made of DNA. During cell division, a process known as mitosis, the chromosomes from the parent cell need to be accurately copied and distributed to the 2 new daughter cells. It's a bit like passing on a family recipe from generation to generation. You want to make sure that each new generation gets the recipe just right, so the dish tastes the same every time. So, how do chromosomes ensure successful cell division? The chromosomes line up in the center of the cell and are then pulled apart by special structures called spindle fibers. Each new cell receives an exact copy of the parent cell's chromosomes. Chromosomes, in essence, are the quality control officers of cell division. They ensure that every new cell gets the right set of instructions for growth and development. If there's a mistake in the copying process, it can lead to problems like cancer, where cells grow and divide uncontrollably. Chromosomes thus serve as supervisors in the process of cell division. Chromosomes also play a significant role in protein formation and storage. Now, to understand this, let's delve a bit into the biochemistry of our cells. Our cells are like tiny factories, diligently working to produce the proteins needed for our body to function properly. Each protein is a complex molecule, specifically designed to perform a particular task, whether it's building tissue, fighting off invaders, or carrying signals between cells. But how does the cell know which protein to make and when? The answer lies in our chromosomes. Each chromosome contains a long string of DNA, which is like a recipe book for the cell. The DNA is divided into sections called genes, and each gene contains the instructions for making a specific protein. When the cell needs a particular protein, it reads the corresponding gene in the DNA. The gene's sequence of nucleotides, adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine, is transcribed into a similar molecule called RNA, which then travels out of the cell's nucleus to the protein factories, or ribosomes, in the cell. Here, the RNA is translated into a sequence of amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins. The amino acids are linked together in a specific order to create the protein. So, in essence, our chromosomes are directing this entire process, ensuring that the right proteins are made at the right time. But what about storage? Well, the chromosomes also play a role here. The chromosomes are coiled structures, and within these coils, proteins are stored. These proteins are not just any proteins, but those bound to the DNA, aiding in the proper packaging of the DNA strands. These proteins, known as histones, wrap the DNA around them, condensing it into a compact, organized structure that fits inside the cell's nucleus. This not only protects the DNA, but also regulates which genes are accessible and can be read by the cell. So, the formation and storage of proteins are also managed by our chromosomes. In short, our chromosomes are like the conductors of an intricate cellular orchestra, coordinating the production and storage of the proteins that keep us alive and healthy. Let's quickly recap what we've learned about chromosomes. These microscopic structures are crucial for species determination, genetic code storage, and sex determination. They control cell division and are responsible for protein formation and storage. The number of chromosomes is constant for a particular species, and they contain the genetic material necessary for organism development. In humans, one pair of chromosomes determines gender. Moreover, chromosomes ensure proper cell division and guide and store protein sequences. That's a brief on the vital roles that chromosomes play in our bodies. We hope this video has helped you understand more about these fascinating structures in our cells.